TCG Meta Slaya. Alright guys, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to do a series of videos talking about what I think of the new Pillars of Strength, each color and the archetypes, you know what we see here. So let's start with, of course, Mr. Portgas the Ace. So his power really quick is to discard event or stage cards and then you can gain him 1,000 power each time. I think it's okay. You know, having a lot of power in this game can be important, especially towards the end. But otherwise, I still feel like it's kind of nice to just have more of a 5 or 6 thousand and kind of chip people away. Because again, if you power up and then you attack and it just gets blocked, and don't forget counters. Like if you play event cards that can do like plus 4,000, you got to go really really high. And to just trash a bunch of cards in your hand to do one powerful attack, like this seems more like an end game winner. Otherwise, you're just going to throw away cards and, you know, if you, let's say they have 3 life and you're like, oh, I activate this power. I discard like 4 cards and I hit you for 1. And it's like, that's, you know, kind of a waste. But so I think this is kind of a weak deck, honestly. So we'll just brush right by it. This art's okay. Again, I'm more of a fan of the anime and manga. And overall, what I've seen as I go through these cards, there was nothing, all of it here is pretty much like Whitebeard synergy. So I don't really see a lot of cards here that would splash into other red strategies. This guy here is kind of a fail. I mean, you play him to maybe attack a battle card, but like the turn that you rush him, you can't attack a leader, just kind of defeats the purpose of rush, sadly. Um, let's see here. Yeah, and a lot of these, like these, I think the 1 costs might go good in the Zoro Rush deck, because when you're able to, like, you know, Sunny Kun and all those other people, what was her name? Gosh, I forgot the girl that starts with M. But, you know, cards that can search your deck to let you get more people that cost 1 Dawn. Like, this is not bad. Sacrifice him for plus 2,000. That's like comboing in Dragon Ball. It's not too bad. Let's see. Skillless. Excuse me. Unfortunately, nothing really good with the skillless. We're basically just seeing the same thing over and over, which, you know, is what a skillless card is, just a different name. So we're always seeing more 4 for 6, 3 for 5. Again, another, well, this might be good if you want to get event cards. This can kind of go in any red deck. Let's see, Haruta. Another kind of like a little bit of a Nami right here. So again, another card that might be splashable. And then just a generic 2-cost blocker, nothing special there. This guy's like Brook. So they're kind of repeating the same stuff too, it seems like. We're seeing a lot of things that came from the set 1. So again, these could actually be splashed, and to use to more effect, you can start to have a lot of characters that do stuff like this. You know, like Brook, and then you attack, give people minus 2,000, and this guy minus 2,000. You can have up to 8 characters in your deck now that can basically minus on attack. We got another Teach here. Dude, I can't wait to see a Teach leader. I mean, you know, he's going to be black for sure. But yeah, we've seen him in blue. We've seen him, you know, as an Emperor of the Sea. Now we see him here as a red, just as a Whitebeard pirate, which is also where his origins began. We didn't see much of him in the anime as a Whitebeard pirate, except for this scene. It looks like the scene in the anime where he, or in the manga where he betrays them, right, for the fruit, as you can see right there. Let's see here. So trash a card. Again, I'm not really too keen on these abilities that make you trash cards. So red is doing a lot of like trash a character, 4,000 or more, and then draw a card. Yeah, not really feeling that, but we'll see. Like I said, I think Marco was interesting, but you have to like trash an event to bring him back. And I like this card though. This could be put in any deck for sure, right? Because you want to be able to like, you know, play him to KO a character, like probably a blocker or something like a Nami, and then you want to, you know, maybe do it again. Right, so not too terrible there. The alternate artwork. Another interesting card would go in a deck that wants to play a lot of 1-drops, right? Like he would be a 3, but at least he's 5,000, so he can chip away without having to boost him up. And then, you know, you can start playing out a blocker, or as you saw earlier, another one of those 1-drops. So the guard might be interesting. We have Lim here. Again, another kind of a generic blocker, except that when this card is KO'd, okay. So you KO her, and then you stop an attack, basically, and then you kind of weaken one of their other characters that hasn't attacked yet by 2,000. So that might help you out there as far as being defensive. And then we got some more events that just do things like blow stuff up here for 7, blow something up, or just destroy, KO something. Sorry, I'll use the exact terminology here. Yeah, and then of course your leader though gets double attack. Interesting. So this is not a counter. This is a way to either, again, KO a blocker or just something on their turn that might want to attack you to kind of help you get a little bit more tempo, right? Not worry about too strong of a counterattack. And then, yeah, you just kind of go all in here, double attack. So that's pretty offensive. And also, does this have... This is almost like a specialization for Ace only, though. Interesting, okay. And then you got to use this for Whitebeard. So there is a little bit of crossover with this set and with the second set because, as you can see here, Whitebeard was in the second set, and now there's a Whitebeard here because of Ace. So there might be some crossover there. You might be able to build, although again, I don't think the Ace deck is going to be very strong. I think the Ace deck might start to work well if you combine it with stuff from Whitebeard, from set 2. All right, and I think that's pretty much it. The Fire Fist, this is kind of a cool artwork in that kind of comic book graphic art style. But I wanted to check, yeah, it's Fire Fist. So, again, the theme of trashing events from your hand, KOing a character that's 5,000 or less, and then another one that costs 4. So there's a little bit of a, I guess, an even split here. You're losing 2 cards because you have to trash, another event after you play this. But this kind of has an ability like the King from set 1 where you can hit 2. But the King is obviously far superior because he's a battle card and you only return a Dawn. So you have somebody on the board and you KO 2. This is like, I got to get rid of 2 cards from my hand to get rid of 2 of your cards. So it's kind of more of an even split. And then what do we got here? Fiery Doll, 4,000. So here we go. Kind of like a reverse guard point, but this is more offensive, right? When you attack, you play this during your main to give your leader, your 4,000. So they're definitely buffing up Ace for a big attack, especially if you do the Fire Fist for the double strike. I can see that happening. And then Striker, here's his stage card. Rest is specified 2 Dawn. Okay, I don't know, man. I see the theme here. Obviously, getting stage cards, or event cards to use your abilities and just to do events. But this is a pretty heavy investment, right? You have to spend 2 of your Dawn each turn, right? In addition to resting this. Usually the stage cards have been really good because you just rest them over and over every turn. But this one is like, man, you got to invest your Dawn. So that takes away from your attacking. That takes away from just being able to play other event cards. So yeah, this, I don't know. Again, I don't feel like this might be good. We'll see though. All right, so there you guys go. My next video, I will do Kuro. That's my overall analysis for Red. I think thematically it's interesting. I guess, Portgas tying into the biggest event so far we've seen in One Piece, which was the, the Paramount War. And then him, because of that, he has to use event cards to activate a lot of his powers and stuff like that. So interesting thematically, but I don't think it's going to be the strongest, especially not in this set. But again, there might be ways to cross over some of the 1-drops and some of these GARPs into like Zoro Rush decks. And again, there might be some great synergies with the Whitebeard. So that's my review. I think it's a so-so archetype and red cards from this set. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think for sure. All right, don't forget, keep your face safe, pray that love, be positive, be thankful. We'll be coming back at you. Peace.